All right.
Hi everyone, I'm Thinisya.
I'm Anura.
We are from Group 3 TITAS, and we have a special guest today, and she's an international student who's currently pursuing her studies right here in Malaysia. Hi Mishya, thank you for being here. It's such an honor having you here. Why don't we first start by introducing yourself?
Thank you. First of all, thank you for having me here. My name is Mishya. I'm 18 years old and I'm from the Maldives. I'm currently pursuing my degree in Taylor's University from Malaysia, but I'm in Maldives right now.
That's great, Misha. So I'm going to be asking you our first, kind of like our first official question. So, Misha, how long have you been staying here in Malaysia?
Oh, actually, I moved there when I was 13, so in 2016, with my family. But not right now. I'm back in Maldives, having my classes online instead.
Wow, that's really long. So I'm sure
Yeah.
you're really familiar with Malaysia, yeah.
Yeah, a bit. But it's been 5 months here right now.
Oh, I see,
No.
I see. So, has this current COVID-19 pandemic impacted your impacted your personal health, lifestyle, and academics? If yes, feel free to tell us why.
Yes, actually, COVID-19, as all of you might know, it has really impacted everyone from a lot of different angles. For me personally, it has affected my mental health, my personal health, my physical health as well. I would say right now, especially because of the time zone from, Maldives and Malaysia, there's like a 3-hour time difference. Maldives is behind Malaysia. So since I'm currently studying from there, I tend to have difficulties with waking up at 5 a.m. for 8 a.m. classes and all of that. And also I'm having trouble with irregular sleep patterns, and that has resulted in really, you know, a lot of my changes in physical health as well, and my appearance too.
Wow, I'm really sorry to hear about, how you're struggling with sleep and, physical and mental health and all that. So I would love to ask, as we all know, this COVID-19 pandemic has impacted our lives in terms of economically, health, and many tend to forget about our mental health. So, do you think that this pandemic has affected your mental health a lot? I mean, I think you've answered this question, but would you like, if feel free to tell us a little bit more on that, if you want to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really has impacted my mental health. Like I said before, and also since right now I'm back in my home country and away from my family, that also plays a really big role. Like it's really difficult for me to, keep up with family matters from Malaysia. Like my mom and my younger brother is over there. And because of the travel restrictions, I can't just go back and then come back here again. Right. Yeah. Because
So you miss.
usually I would.
It's okay. It's okay. Go on. Go on.
Yeah, because before the whole pandemic, I used to come back to my home country for summer breaks and all that. And since 2020, it has been difficult, because of the travel restrictions and everything. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I'm so sorry to hear that. Like, must be hard, like staying away from home and especially missing home food. So, do you think you can actually like manage this, like despite all of the current situation, like COVID-19 pandemic, do you think you can manage it somehow?
Yes, I do believe we all can be in control of that. But for me personally, I think the problems that I'm having, such as irregular sleep and all that, is really difficult to overcome for me because you know, living alone and everything is just really, it has really affected my mental health.
Yeah, definitely. Like, um, I can relate to you a lot, but I mean, the fact that you were here for over a year, I mean, like, actually, in fact, really almost 2 years, you were not able to see whole family, due to the MCO being in place and stuff like that. And I really would love to ask this question. So, do you have good support systems when you felt down during the pandemic? Like, did you have friends to support you, school people in school, or those who are managing the school, like maybe teachers and family?
Yeah. Yes, I did have actually a really good support system, like even if they are not physically like here with me right now, like through all these like apps like Facebook, Skype and everything, like you can really connect with them virtually. So I think like thanks to like the social media and everything, yeah, my support system, they've always been there with me through everything.
That's great. That's really nice to know because I'm sure like during this pandemic, there's tons of people who probably have lost friends due to, miscommunication. And, after the whole pandemic, a lot of us have actually been more introverted, because we have not been out there a lot. So like meeting your friends after more than a year, it's so awkward, because you've been texting or you've been virtually communicating with them. So it's great to know that you have a good support system even after the pandemic. So I
Yeah,
mean, even though it's still ongoing, like after the travel restrictions and stuff like that, it's good to know. Over to you,
thank you.
Tini. Yeah.
So, important question. How are you feeling now? Like, despite all of these, like, we have to ask you, you know?
Right now, I think I'd say I'm doing pretty good. Like, the fact that the borders are going to be opening soon as well, like that calms me down a bit, like, reconnecting with my family soon, hopefully. Yeah.
I'm curious, how's the situation in Maldives? Like, how's the cases there? And I'm aware that Maldives, especially their culture, everyone is so family orientated and
Yep.
everyone visit each other. So, like, how do you guys like, since the lockdown, right? How do you guys see each other, and how do they impact their mental health and yours especially?
So I came back to Maldives in May of this year, right? So at that time we were in lockdown actually, like really strict, like serious lockdown. Um, like we couldn't go out without like having this police permit or whatever. And that lasted for like a month till like June. So then after that, like all the lockdown and everything eased, and like since Maldives is a really small country and everybody knows everyone, we yeah, like Thinisya mentioned before, like we all of us are really family orientated, and um it's like a tradition in Maldives to like meet up with the whole like extended family on Fridays. So yeah, we are still able to do that till now. Like, and in terms of COVID, we are doing pretty good. Like there's no lockdown or anything. And like some people don't even wear masks as of like these days.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Like things are improving, and I can't imagine Maldives without people in the beach and having fun.
You
Like it's Maldives, right?
can see a lot of that these days because like you see almost everyone's vaccinated now, like the 2 doses. So yeah, you can see a lot of people on the roads and stuff.
It's really nice
Okay.
to know how Maldives, everyone. So I'm assuming that you will be seeing faces that you see on a regular basis, and that people will be able to tell how you feel the next day, and the differences between how you react. So I think they can kind of like support you in terms of mental health quite easily. So they might just walk up to you and ask you how you're feeling. You seem a little off or something like that. So it's very calming to know that someone is actually there looking out for us. So
Yeah.
being in a country which is so family orientated, like Thinisya said, it must be really nice, I'm assuming.
It is. It is like, yeah, like you said, like especially having people around you, like let's say whether it's family or friends, like having people around you is like, really positively impacts me for me because I don't really like to be alone, with my thoughts and everything. So yeah, that's a really good distraction.
That's great. Yeah, same. I hate being alone too. Like I'm super attached to family, so it's great.
I
So
think we all are.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think you have pretty much answered everything that we wanted to know, and it's really good to know that um although you have experienced a lot of these mental health issues over the pandemic, you have also had a good balance of a negative side and a positive side. So I'd say that you might have a little more of a positive side because of the support system, the your surroundings. So I don't know if you agree with me, but from what I tell you, you seem like a very happy-go-lucky person. You can get through things. So yeah, kudos to you for for what you've went through. I mean, I can't imagine being away from home more than a day. So over a year, that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
a big achievement, actually. Not that it's an achievement, but it's something.
And
I
we
actually do
really
believe
sorry.
I actually do believe it's an achievement. Like, how we're all so attached with family
Yes,
and people, but like, I feel like for me, it's a good start, like being away
yeah,
from family and like kind of learning to live by myself and everything too is a good experience. And also, like, mental health comes first, right? So
yes,
I've been really working on that, and I think I'm seeing improvements as well.
We have a Miss Independent in the house, yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, we're so glad that you're doing well right now. And,
Yes,
just remember, as friends, we're always here for you. And yeah, just keep going, stay strong.
yes.
Thank you.
Yes, you've been strong, so continue to be strong. And I'm sure it's a lesson for us too, Thinisya. We should really learn from her. you know,
Our
so
parents.
Always,
yes,
always look at the bright side.
yes,
Yes.
you needed to hear that. That's great. So I really love to thank you for being here with us today and joining us for this interview. It's been a
Thank
pleasure having this conversation and interview with you, and I really look forward to keeping in touch with you in the future.
Of
Thank
course.
you. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.